Hey guys, welcome back to BS2PCG Deck Forger. And for today, we're going to discuss another deck courtesy of our friends from FHP BS2PCG Philippines. And this is one of my favorite heroines. Again, in the roster of the X-Men. And this is X-23's Green Machine. Okay, so let's try to open up this deck box. Round one. Wow, so now here we have one of my favorite main characters from the New Mutants, and of course an expansion in the first appearance arc, and she's called X-23. X-23 is a level 1 main character with 3 attack and 3 defense, and actually she only has 3 health, but of course her powers will try to compensate for this very poor health. And X-23 is actually has several powers. First is called Hunter, so X-23 has +3/+0 while attacking. So that means when she's in the attack mode, her 3 attack, 3 defense now becomes a 6 attack and 3 defense. Okay, so normally she can stun most first level or level 1 characters, main characters in play. And she also has Hunted. So X-23 has +0 attack +3 defense while defending. So just the other way around. So X-23 can become the Hunter once she is attacking, and she can also become the Hunted once she is defending. But what makes her character very powerful is of course her accelerated healing factor, which is a much better version than her father Wolverine has. So during the main phase, you may pay one green power symbol to heal all wounds from X-22. Okay. So the good thing about this is of course X-23 can take a couple of wounds, then you just have to pay 1 green power symbol and all the wounds will be healed. So very powerful enough. But okay, you have to understand that X-23 has no level 2 character cards, so it has not been designed yet. So she only stands in the game as a level 1 character. But the good thing here is of course you don't have to worry about the leveling up conditions, that most characters need in the game, because X-23 can stand on its own. Okay, so let's place her here and let's try to discuss the other parts of the deck. Of course, X-23 has several supporting characters to aid her in her cause. And our first 1-drop are 4 copies of Iceman. And Iceman is a 1-drop, 2 attack, 1 defense, 1 health, X-Men supporting character with range. And his keyword power is Freeze. So I think I have discussed this already during the last BS2PCG Deck Forger video on Weapon Omega. And Iceman carries with him the Freeze ability. So when he appears, exhausts a character and he can't ready during his next turn. So Iceman is really very good in order to stall highly aggressive decks. No? So you can actually try to stall or slow down the momentum of your opponents, all the while making your own. So Iceman has 4 copies in this deck. Okay. Let's place her here. And other set of 1-drops are of course the Hand herself. 4 copies of Victoria Hand. Okay. So Victoria Hand is from the Hammer team, and she has 1 health with 1 attack and 3 defense. Her first and 1 health, and her first keyword power is Agent. So when Victoria appears, look at cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of agents on your side. Put any of them on the bottom of your deck. So although she's only alone here, agent can still be good because you can scry at this one card on the top of your deck, and you can decide whether you maintain that top card, okay, or you can put it at the bottom of your deck. So just so that you can get to your more important cards later on very fast, okay. And of course, she's the right hand woman. And the first time a main character on your side uses a green superpower, each turn you pay one less green power symbol. Okay, so we need Victoria Hand here because of course XM3's green power relies heavily on having many green power symbols available. And since Victoria Hand can lessen that power symbol to 1, having a Victoria Hand in play, for example, if X20 already has 2 wounds, can effectively heal her, okay, all those wounds during your main phase. So if you have 4 copies of them, then you are sure that at least you have 4 green power symbols available in order to heal X23. Okay, so going to the 2 drops, and this deck packs a lot of 2 drops. You have 4 copies of Wolfsbane, and Wolfsbane is a 2 drop, okay, 4 attack, 1 defense, okay, X-Men supporting character with 2 health, and she has Ferocious. So while in melee combat, Wolfsbane strikes me for characters without Ferocious. So although she has only one defense, she's good because she can literally knock down those opposing characters with 4 defense or lower, okay, without being struck back because of her Ferocious. So we put 4 copies of her here. And just like with any of my X-Men decks or X-Men related decks, I always put 4 copies of Hope Summers. Okay, so Hope Summers can of course is here because of her special powers. And again, she's a 2 drop X-Men supporting character with 2 attack and 4 defense and 1 health. And her mutant power duplication gives Hope all the abilities of each other face-up X-Men supporting character on your side. So this includes the flight, the range, and appear powers like Iceman's Scoops. So she's important here because she can copy most of the other abilities of her fellow X-Men, like it can copy Wolfsbane's Ferocious. So again, Hope Summers can also gain Ferocious. If let's say Iceman has a freeze ability, then okay, you can also freeze another character when you drop Hope Summers. And also she gains range, so she can attack from range position. So she's a very versatile card to use, most especially if you have the X-Men. Okay? And we have also Namor on another set of 2 drops, but we just put 3 copies of Namor here. So Namor is a 2 drop, 3 attack, 2 defense X-Men supporting character with 2 health, and he has flight. And his main keyword power is Invade. So while he's attacking a back row character, okay, he can strike back at him. And of course, you have to understand that combo it up with Hope Summers, then Hope Summers can also gain Invade. And she also gains flight. So that is a very versatile combination there. So going forward, we have our main 3 drops for this deck. And we have Psylocke. So Psylocke is a 3 cost, 4 attack, 5 defense X-Men supporting character. So she's big enough for her drop with 1 health. And her main power is Psychic Knife. So when Psylocke stuns an enemy character or defender, that player discards a card. So again, you can use Psylocke to combo with Hope Summer. So she gains also the Psychic Knife. So once Psylocke and Hope Summers is enabled to stun another character or another defender, then automatically your opponent gets to discard a card and discard another card because of Hope Summers. So mostly that's the main synergy of this deck. Okay? And Beast also is included as part of our 4 drop. Okay, so Beast another well-known X-Men character. It's a 4 cost, 5 attack, 2 defense. X-Men supporting character with 2 health. And just like Wolfsbane, he also has Ferocious. So during the melee combat, he strikes before enemy characters. And his second keyword power is Genius. So as a Genius, at the start of your turn, if he's face up, you may draw a card. So again, technically he's is good here because of the card drawing advantage, and at the same time, he is Ferocious, so very good on the attack run. And Hope Summers can also copy these. So while she's at the back row, if she can copy these, and she is face up, then you get to draw a card because of Genius. And if both of them are face up at the start of your turn, and Genius technically can fetch you 2 more cards, one from Beast and one from Hope Summers. Okay, so a little bit of a muscle here on the 5 drop. If we go on the 5th turn, we can drop Wolverine. So Wolverine is a 5/5. Okay, 5 attack, 5 defense. Okay, with 2 health, and he's a berserker, so while he attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on him. And he also has regeneration, so at the start of your turn, if he is face up, heal a wound from him. So mostly Wolverine is here as to provide additional muscle for your deck, because the highest cost in your deck is actually 5 drop. So normally he can provide additional muscle to team attack with others in order to stand your opponents. Okay? And to complete the number of supporting characters are 3 copies of Cable. So Cable is a 5 drop also with 2 attack and 7 defense, range and 1 health, and he's the ultimate soldier. So during combat, you may pay any red power symbol, and at the end of the combat, stun each enemy character that survived the combat. So normally we can use Cable during the attack run, but Cable is really here to be able for us to actually stun those very big characters that are going to appear in the late games. So normally it's very difficult to bring down those Gilgamesh or those Sentries, and maybe even those Galactus, but Cable provides an additional means for you to stun them in order to get to their main characters. So I've placed 3 of them here because at least we need several copies of them in any game in order for us to be able to bring down those big walls from your opponent. Okay? And of course, we have our plot twist. So the Green Machine is packed with several plot twists, and you can start with, of course, your defense, Uncanny Defense. So Uncanny Defense, okay, so I think I have discussed this during the last video, and it's an X-Men plot twist. So during any combat, okay, remove a defender on your side from the combat and replace it with a different character on your side. So switch your position. So very good in order for you to be able to, prevent the stun from your critical characters, like of course X-23, and you can transfer the attack to another character that is not so critical, like let's say Iceman, or maybe something big enough like a Wolverine. Okay, so Uncanny Defense, you have 4 copies here, provide the most defense for your Green Machine deck. Okay, and you also have 4 copies of X Factor, because of course you need to ready a character anytime that you need to team attack again. And of course, this one is also very important because during the early turns, normally X23 does all the bashing. So once she attacks and if she survives, you can ready her again to attack her again during the next run. So ready a character during the main phase. That is what X Factor can do for you. And of course, there are 4 copies of Squad Tactics. So slowly but surely, during combat, you can put a +1/+1 counter on each character on your side in the combat. So this is a very good plot twist, especially for your team attackers. So you can beat them up before course, the combat results, and you're sure that you get to have your supporting characters or even your main character get bigger for each attack that you do. Okay, so squad tactics, there are 4 copies of them. And we put 4 copies of actually the biggest booster of them all, Sacred Ground. So Sacred Ground is a neutral plot twist, but it really works only for mutant characters in the game. So during any combat, okay, an X-Men, Mutant Resistance, or Brotherhood character, okay, on your side in the combat, they pay any power symbol. If they do, they get a +3/+3 bonus this combat. And if they pay with, let's say, Asteroid M, Utopia, or School for Gifted Youngsters, then they get a +6 attack, +6 defense instead. Okay, so Sacred Ground was here because we cannot actually use the more commonly used Unwavering Loyalty, and that's because we have a Victoria Hand included in the deck. Of course, we need Victoria Hand in order for us to ensure that X23 can heal herself regularly during any match. But again, Sacred Ground may seem a little bit more difficult to use because of the required power symbol. But again, the +6 attack, +6 defense is very much enough to compensate for that particular weakness. So we have put 4 copies of Sacred Ground here in order for us to beef up any character that needs to bring down a big lead. Okay, and for the last part of our deck, of course we have the locations, and we have 12 locations here, 3 sets of each, and we have the red. I included 4 copies of Game Preserve, and because we need the red in order to power up to activate Cable's superpower. At the same time, you can use the red also for your Sacred Ground. So most likely you need really this one for Cable, because once those big droppers, okay, start rolling up on your game, then at the same time, okay, you can use Cable to stun them and of course open the way for other attackers. And you can also use the red power symbol for your Sacred Ground, okay, to provide that +3 attack, +2 defense to your character. And you also have 4 copies of a green location, and we have used Valverdun Galway. And for Green Machine to work, of course, you have to have your regular supply of green power symbols, okay, in order for you to be able to ensure that X23 is healed, okay, every turn, okay, every turn or every other turn, okay, because you can still take at least 2 wounds, okay, and before you activate that accelerated shield factor. And for the last set of locations, of course, you have 4 copies of School for Gifted Youngsters in order for you to use for Cable's Ultimate Soldier and for X23's accelerated healing factor. Okay, so I guess guys, X23's Green Machine is not really new in the meta, and I think most players or a couple players already use X23 way back, okay, even during the start of the early years of the game when she appeared. And X23 is really a very good character, although what I see about X23 is the problem on late games, you know, because some actually have made decks, okay, centering around X23 but using, okay, multi-affiliated characters in order to beef her up, okay, going to the late parts of the game. But for this particular deck, my Green Machine, I opted for a very short game or a short run game, and at the same time I use mostly characters from the X-Men team so that we can go very aggressive during the early turns, and hopefully we can finish the game by the 5th or 6th turn. Okay, yeah, not really. But again, Okay, you can actually change some of the other parts of the deck. Most especially, you can add, let's say, before I tried to use Lambert in order for me to gain that excellent evolution from his no autographs, and also to gain a quick draw for him and both Hook Summer. And you can still include other members of other teams, like of course you can include the Eternals like Gilgamesh and Hyperion. If you there's a need for you to go to the hard drops, okay? But for my Green Machine, I would really prefer having the short run of the game. So XL3 here is a very aggressive character, and I think she's good enough on her own. And just couple it up with her other teammates so that you are able to, team attack. And I think we can really, bag a win for this particular deck more conclusively if they are all affiliated together. Okay, so hopefully you like this video, and I hope that we have shared with you some insight on how to use this particular MC when you're trying to build a new deck. Okay, so again, we'd like to thank all our sponsors from Tweets for Them. So you can download the app at the Google Play Store, and you can also visit www.tweetsforthem.com in order for you to send tweets or gifts to your friends here in the Philippines. And also we'd like to thank our official venue, Forge Hobby Place. It is located at 3rd floor, Relaxis Compound, in Naga Road, Pulanlupa to Las Piñas City, Philippines. So we have a regular event, set of events every Sunday. So that is ranging from the top pick to the 24K Gem Duel qualifiers. We also have boss battles, and we also have sidekicks. So those are unique tournaments here in the Philippines. And of course, we would like to thank our friends from the collective, most especially to Mr. Benjamin Brosin and Mr. Joe Vitelli of the Build Face. And of course, to all the fans and followers of FHP VS2PCG Philippines. You can order VS2PCG Philippines through our official store, FHP VS2PCG Philippines, here in our country. And you can do it online, or you can do it in a physical store at Forge Hobby Place. So again guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully we can see you again in the next episode of VS2PCG Deck Forger. Okay guys, have a good day.